Hello, this is Julie. I'm here today to show you how to do a Moma-Gram. These have been popular lately, so we'll get started. The first thing I'm going to do is add a circle. Go to the basic shapes icon at the top of the screen, which is a triangle, circle, and square. Double click it and type in CI in the Find window and double click on the circle to add it to the screen. It will come in where your red caret was. I'm going to close the basic shapes now that I have my circle. I'm going to change from my contrast screen to my green screen so that we can see through it while we're working. I'm going to drag this circle out, make it a little bigger, and just put it on my screen wherever. Now I need to add some lettering. To do that, I'm going to go to the Text and Fonts window in the upper right corner, and I think I'll use the Impact font and click on the T on the right side of the screen and type in Mom in caps and accept. Now you notice that I have it split by glyphs. If you see something different, click the down arrow and make it split by glyphs and accept. The next thing I want to do is make sure that the spacing between the letters is what I want. I would like them to be a little closer, so I'm going to hold the Control key while I see these straight arrows. If you don't see straight arrows, click on the text till you see straight arrows on the sides. I'm going to hold the Control key, and this will allow me to slide the letters closer together. Once I have most of them the way I want, if there's still some that are not quite as close as I like, I can use my arrow keys to move them closer together. Now I'm going to drag this over my circle so that the inside letter of this M is just above the edge of the circle. I'm going to drag this out so again the inside of the M is just outside of the circle. I'm going to drag this down. Now they're a little off center. If I line up the plus from the mom right over the plus over the circle, I can have it more centered and I can get a better idea of where I want it to be. Now I can click on away from the letters and select individual letters to resize them more perfectly. Now this is a little wide, so I'm going to click on the M and I'm going to drag this in until the left side of the M is just slightly over the limits of the circle. Same with this M. Drag it over a little so that it lines up with the edge of the circle. And I'll click on the O because I need it to overlap. The top of the letter needs to overlap the circle, same as the bottom. Now once I'm happy with the way this looks, I can go ahead and hold the Shift key and select all three letters and join them to make one word. And then as I hold the Shift key, I'll select a circle so that all the shapes are selected. I'm going to click on Boolean join, and A minus B is not what I want, so I'm going to click the down arrow. B minus A is not what I want. Intersect is the one I want, so I'll click on apply. When you see what you want, that's when you click apply. There are several different options of joining text together. Now we have a circle with mom in it, and what I want to do now is add a new layer, and I want to add another circle. double click on the circle to add it. And this circle I want to resize a little bigger than the original. Select both and type S to stack. And that looks about right. You want the outer circle just a little bigger than your mom. You notice over here the circle's on its own layer. Now I'm going to click on T, and but before I do, I need to select my font. So I'm going to type H for hobo, and then click on the T to add text. And this is where I'm going to add the names of my children. And I'm going to do that all in caps so that they wrap around nicely. I'll just put my caps locks on and a space in between each one. And when I have all of them in there, I'll click Accept. Now again, we have these still split by glyphs. It's a very long line, so I'm going to use the corner arrow to kind of shrink down my length of this line till it's maybe twice the width of the circle. It doesn't have to be precise, but I would like to see all the letters on the screen before I proceed. And these are a little short. I'd like them a little taller, so I'm just drag the top arrow up until I get them about the height that I want. And once I have that, I can hold the Control key and drag down on the letters until my cursor changes to a triangle, circle, and square. I think you can see that. When it does, I release the Control key and the mouse key, and they wrap automatically. Now, if you have your settings where I have mine, it would wrap automatically just like that. It remembers the last settings that you used. Well, the settings I used, I had all 4 of these boxes checked: warp, stretch, parameterize, and flatten. I clicked on the one that was here and made it a 2. And then the settings for the extension gives us a space between the first and the last name. Well, if I move it to the left, I get extra space here. So if yours isn't exactly right, you can adjust it by moving this slider to where you like the spacing between the first and the last letter. Then I can change the vertical alignment. Right now the letters are crossing over the line a little bit. If I want the base of the letters to line up with the line, I can just move the vertical alignment a little bit. Now for the offset, I can change which words are on top. So you can slide it one way or another until you get the text that you want at the top to be there, right at the top. Centered if you like. And once you have it looking the way that you want it, you click on Accept. Now I'm going to move this circle away, and I'm going to resize it really small because I'm going to use this to separate between the names. At first I'm going to come over here and click on the trash can to get rid of empty layers. So now I have 3 layers. I have the dot, I have the wrapped text, and then I have the mom in the center. I'd like to group this text here so that they're all grouped together. To do that, I'm going to just use Ctrl+J or join to join those all together. And that'll make it easier for me to see the design. Now with this little circle, I'm going to change its color. Maybe I'll change it to a blue and take it down between the names. It's still a little big. And I need more than one of these, so I'm going to hold Ctrl+Shift+Drag to get another. Put it between the next 2, Ctrl+Shift+Drag, 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 and now I have all of these shapes, but they're all single shapes, and I'd like to join them too. So I can click on the thumbnail over on the right side of the screen to select them all, and again I can join them. And I think I will make the wrapped text a light green, and the center text, I think I'll make it a dark green. So this will be a 3-color design. You can make it whatever colors you want. You could make them all in one color. So now I'm going to go on the virtual mat, go back to my contrast mat so I can see the colors and see if that's the way I like it. And it looks pretty good. So I'm going to select it and size it according to what it needs to be for the final project. This would go nice in heat transfer vinyl or HTV on a shirt. Be a nice gift for Mom on Mother's Day, or a jacket, sweatshirt. So the design's complete. All I need to do is go to File and Save As, and then save this as Moma-Gram. And click on Save. Now when I'm ready to cut, I can hide all, go to the eye and the bottom right corner and select Hide All. Then when I'm ready to cut the light green, I can show that layer. And then I can click on the next layer, the blue ones, and cut those. And then I can click on the other layer so that I can cut by color. I can go to the eye and show all. And so this gives me a very nice design very quickly. I hope this has been helpful.